CoLaborers International, a humanitarian nonprofit dedicated to assisting indigenous-led organizations serving women and children in Zambia and India. CoLaborers works to meet physical and spiritual needs by providing interns, administering child sponsorship and youth scholarship programs, and offering professional training. Melissa, tonight we honor you for your professional accomplishments executed with commitment to ministry and service. On behalf of your fellow alumni and the greater Messiah community, I present to you the 2019 Young Alumni Achievement Award.
Thank you so much. I am so humbled by this honor, and I was very surprised when I got it in the mail, when I found out. First of all, I'd like to thank my parents, my mom and dad, who are right here at this table with this beautifully vocal little boy, who's also mine. My mom and dad, they brought us up in the ministry, where ministry was not just something that they did, but it was our family's lifestyle. It was never that they went and did ministry while we were separate from it. We were always a part of it, right from the very beginning. And I feel like my parents put that spirit in me as a child, and it was a way of growing up, and they also were the ones that really pushed me to come to Messiah. So first I wanted to thank my mom and dad, Steve and Linda. Let's clap for them. Messiah College has been the environment, the background, the location of so many of the catalysts in my life. It was where I first found community with other Christian believers that were my own age. You know, I had it with my family, obviously, but being able to come and there be people that are my age, where I wasn't like the weird girl, I wasn't the God girl. We were like all God girls together, you know, and we could worship God in Powerhouse and be unashamed, and we could talk about it in the dorms together. And it was the first time that I ever really had that, and I wasn't just the odd man out who was always witnessing everyone else. So that was the first thing that stood out to me about Messiah. It was also where improvisational worship first flowed from my spirit on the flute to God's. There were so many and are so many service opportunities here. We could serve just as much as we wanted to through the Agape Center, and we did. Through International Justice Mission, Invisible Children, doing the service trips and Camden House and Fellowship House, and then eventually I did do a semester abroad program in Thailand, and those things all sort of came together as these sort of waves of experience crashing on me that did lead me to found CoLaborers International and prepared me. But one of the biggest things, if I can echo our first speaker, the biggest thing was the professors. Dr. Bechtold was my greatest encouragement when I was a student here, both academically as well as personally while I was here in counseling. He really showed me to see the person behind the persona. He went above and beyond the role of professor to be a mentor and to be a friend. We road tripped across the country to do outreach in Hurricane Katrina and the aftermath of that, and you really get to know somebody, you know, that long together. He came to my wedding, and he just went beyond that role. So I wanted to thank you so much. I wanted to thank Dr. Crane, who's sitting at this table here with my family, who not just taught, but preached his lectures in Faith and Society. By the end of it, we were all like, yes, amen. Amen. Get saved all over again. And I remember my senior year, him and I sitting in Larson Student Union, and I said, you know, God has given me this vision, and it seems really big, but I'm going to do it. It's the only way forward. And I told him about what would become CoLaborers International, and he did not doubt me for a second. He did not say, well, that's too big for you. Will you do that? He said, absolutely. Pulled out his wallet, gave us our first donation right then and there, which was $10, but it was symbolic. It's a great claim to fame for $10, but it was symbolic. It was a seed, you know. He didn't for once look at me like I was less than. And that's what the professors do here at Messiah College. They believe in us. And so I wanted to just bring that up. It was also where I later met my love of my life, this tall, handsome glass of water over here, David. I was back on campus. I was supposed to be here for a recruiting event, and recruited me a husband. So I'm just so grateful for you, babe, and for how supportive you are. Messiah is where so many of our staff from CoLaborers have come from, is from here. People that understand what it means giving everything for Christ, giving every talent, every resource, giving their time, sacrificing. People that I admire, that I am grateful for, that I wish were up here with me right now. We had Jason Stansbury, who's been a missionary with us in Zambia for the long term. We have Olkowski Arnold, Sarah Gross Payne, Sarah Plumadore, Pinard, and Jasitt. These are all Messiah graduates that are now serving in missions right now because of what y'all are doing right here in this room. And so I want to encourage everybody here tonight, do whatever it is that God has planted into your heart to do, and don't wait anymore. We have to give our callings momentum by beginning to do, what can I do right now? What can I do today? I want to encourage you by the very words that are inscribed on the bench right outside of Larson Student Union Center, Proverbs 3:6. It says, acknowledge me in all of your ways, and I will direct your path. And the thing is that maybe you don't know how you're going to get to that path that God has for you to be on, but if you acknowledge him in every way in front of you, whether it's encouraging a student, whether it's listening, whether it's saying, I'm going to step out and do something uncomfortable I've never done before, whether it's filling out paperwork, whatever it is, but just start saying, God, how can I begin to honor you right now and right here? What can I do today in this way, in this relationship, in my time, in my money, in my talent? What can I do? God's going to weave all of those ways together to be that path that he has for you to walk on. And so I just want to thank everyone here at Messiah College for being a part of my path as we've developed CoLaborers over the last 12 years, and also to just thank you for the incredible honor, of being here. So that's my time. I'm going to get off the stage before I start preaching, but thank you so much.